So this is definitely a Chinese developed game, right? So we've been waiting for a long time for them to start making video games, correct?
I think they make lots of video games, but if you mean like console-based video games,
No, well, I mean globally launched video games, right? I mean, there's a ton of Japanese games too, right? But we still get our Tekkens, we still get our Final Fantasies. We're still waiting. We're sort of when are they going to distribute this to the globe, right? This is this their first real go at it in terms of.
yeah. Well, it's an indie studio too, so that's the other thing to take from it.
So from what I understand, this is kind of based on the mythology of the Chinese heading west, right?
I don't know what you mean by that. From what I gather from it, it's based on a tale, an old 16th century novel from China, based on a monkey king called Wukong.
Okay. The
That's at
graphics
least
there.
that's at least the inspiration for it, from what I've seen.
Okay. The graphics there on the outside were pretty good. I think this is Unreal Engine, right? That's what's been said.
Yep, Unreal Engine 4.
This might be one of the more impressive titles I've seen running on Unreal Engine 4, at least in a cinematic way.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see how it plays.
So it looks like this was recorded a pre-alpha game build and doesn't represent final quality. So we're not really sure what they played it on. So I'm assuming PC with all the graphics, right? Okay, that's a really, really strong depth of field, huh?
Yeah, it is. This ties into something though from what I was reading up about Wukong prior to us looking into this. Is apparently this Monkey King also knew the 72 earthly transformations, which allowed him to transform into various animals and objects. So this is probably one of the examples of it.
Okay, and then it looks like there's a ton of like the characters. They look like fox people, wolf people. I mean, the graphics here are really pretty. Like the foliage is pretty impressive. Okay, so that's what you were talking about transformation. Like he was a bug, and then all of a sudden he was able to transfer.
Yeah, something stealthy by the look of it. Man, I like those animations.
Is this giving you Dark Souls kind of feel here with the slow lock-on based single target
Yeah,
work?
just looking at the bottom corner, do you notice he has a stamina bar when he throws, the yellow one?
Oh yeah, and then he's got the life is the white. I'm not sure what blue is. And it looks like he has moves on lockdowns on the left as well. It's one of them.
Yeah, it looks like
slowly
he has
coming back.
special abilities. I'd say the blue is some sort of mana or something.
It's really pretty graphics. Do you know what? If I was to play this, I think I'd play it in Chinese, just with English subtitles.
It's always the way to play these games. Play them in the original audio, just with subtitles.
The particle effects there are very impressive, huh? And it looks like the weapon is has its own light source, indirect lighting as well. Or it's direct lighting. Oh, the structural environment. Huh. I wonder how much of that is pre-done, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm just getting the vibe here. Like in the Souls games, you have enemies that are like skill checks you fight at points, and this seems like one of them.
Oh yeah, but the particle effects are cool, but the character model and the animations are pretty good. But the speed is what gets me. It's a lot quicker than a Souls game. Like, see,
Yeah, I know you haven't played them, but this is more akin to something like Sekiro or Bloodborne. Very much movement-based combat that allows you to stay on your toes.
yeah, do you see him put a shield up there? And that was one of his top special abilities on the bottom left. Oh, and then he's
got a deflect.
so he's got that's loot that was picked up using the button E. So this is definitely a PC build. But yeah, you can see his face is like a monkey, right? And he has a tail like a monkey.
That's another thing I saw, was apparently he can conjure, I don't want to say weapons, but I think I read something where his hair is something that allows him to conjure things and do stuff like magical. So do you know how he picked up the weapon there and he touched his ear?
Yeah, yeah.
It was like he was putting it away.
So it looks like you're going to be transforming kind of between like combat and then maybe stealth going through certain things, and you'll need to sort of level up so you can't stealth all the time, maybe? Because that was kind of cool. That was
There's a timer on the bottom left, you see? He had like 10 seconds left of being stealthed.
Oh, okay. It's definitely based in the mythical world, huh?
Yeah. That guy's
He's a freaky looking fella.
he's a funky dude.
He's been combing down his eyebrows.
kind of annoyed they didn't subtitle the actual gameplay. They subtitled the start.
Yeah, kind of like, if they're gonna show it in Chinese, but release it worldwide, could you throw English on the bottom, even if it's in 2 languages, right? Because I'm trying to understand what's going on.
We can only assume he's talking about people who came before him or death going around him because there's a lot of skulls.
Yeah, and if you go down this path, prepare to die, but you know, you're powerful. The foliage keeps moving in just the natural foliage movement looks really impressive.
Oh, you heard the howl. I like that smoke effect.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen too much dynamic yet. I mean, it'd be interesting to see. But I love the art style. Like this, the idea of sort of like up in the highlands, or I don't know what you call them, the hills of China or the highlands of China. You know, those epic monk shrines up on the hills.
Yeah, I can't help but feel it has like a Sekiro vibe though, in the sense of it's mythical for fantasy tied in with real, you know?
You see how every time he gets hit, like, nothing hurts him? I feel like he's got damage turned off. Oh, that hit him. Okay, maybe I was wrong.
It might just be the hitboxes. They
Maybe.
might have well, they might have even if it is still a demo, they might still have some leeway on the frames that you can get hit on.
Well, 2 cool things I've noticed here that are... Oh, he transformed into like a ultra move, and he's got a countdown on the left, see? 23 seconds. So this must be one of his other creatures. I like the fact that you can fight lots of different targets, as it were, different, you know, multiple enemies, but I tell you what I'm quite impressed with is everything seems quite grounded. Like, the character shaders, the world shaders, they kind of all blend together really well.
It's also a sort of mix of fantasy into realism versus going too far fantasy.
Yes. Like, this really happened, kind of thing. That's great particle work or texture work on the floor there. See how you get the sort of the water glares off of it. They look like screen space reflections. It doesn't look like ray tracing or anything in this.
No. Ooh, boss time. We were only talking the other day about fur. I wonder if this looks any better.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like hair, right? Like, no one seems to get it quite right. But I feel in this case, they've kind of art styled the hair. So it kind of works.
Also, pay attention to little things, the way the hair and the light works to make it look more like it's got less density on the outer ends and stuff.
Yeah, whatever they've done with the texture work in order to sort of give it a...
Ooh, snap.
Ooh, he has another special ability there. This is definitely a lot faster, though, than Souls. He's got a lot of life gone now, so I wonder what happens.
Like I said, it's more akin to Bloodborne and Sekiro in speed.
Did he just lick his hands after he hit you?
He did, but I like the vertical combat too. See, the fact that he's dodging moves mid-attack, as in the combo, versus just dodging or blocking is really cool.
I tell you what I've noticed though, there's a lot of particles going on in the world, such as, you know, when you climb the roof there, like the way the roof kind of tiles smashed everywhere. But nothing really changed in the world. I wonder how long we're going to be until, like, the guy climbs the roof, breaks a bunch of tiles off, and then the tiles are actually broken. Okay, that seemed like his super. Go, minions, fight him!
It's one of his abilities again on the bottom left.
I think he needs a health ability right now. Guess those guys are going bye-bye. Oh, so did he just take over the weapon and ability of the thing he killed?
It looks like it.
That is a cool mechanic, right? Because then, as you beat the bosses,
and he's still got a timer. He's still got a timer in the corner.
Yeah, I think that is an awesome gameplay mechanic, because if he beats this boss and he can turn into this boss, then he's ultimately getting more powerful, and each boss can have a very unique playstyle, right? Yep. I'm also seeing the fur catching fire, like, kind of feels like it's not so much it's emanating from the body, it feels like it's emanating from the fur.
Oh, and look, the dog just, like, got rid of the fire by shaking it off.
Oh, yeah. See, I wonder how much of that is, like, animated to the point where it's like, you know, all bosses do that, you know, have an ability to shake off fire.
Yeah. I do. Once again, I'm saying about the movesets. The movesets of fighting seem really cool and tuned in with the animation. So like when he dodged an attack by going in the air, but followed up by a dive attack earlier.
Yeah. Like just there where he kind of like dodged out of the way and then executed through him.
Yeah.
No, that's a kind of a unique idea if they're playing with that.
Definitely comes down to knowing your timings for combos.
I wonder how long though we are going to be like seeing game. I mean, like you see the movement in the background there, like the trees and all that. I think it's awesome that we're getting kind of like a constant motion of all that, like natural foliage movement.
Yeah.
There's another Monkey King.
Obligatory good-looking montage.
Yeah, trying to see how diverse the world looks, right? I wonder if this has got a release date. Did you read about a release date?
No release date yet.
Okay, that's a very different kind of monster. Same with that one. Can we transform into those?
I wouldn't say so. This is Souls-like stuff, you know, like crazy bosses of all sorts of shapes and sizes.
That's some pretty water there as well. That's God of War stuff. God of War or Shadow of the Colossus stuff there. But it looks like he's definitely like leveling up and powering up quite significantly as he plays along.
I really like these effects right here.
This reminds me of oh yeah, doesn't this remind you of Dynasty Warriors?
It does.
Oh wow, just mega smash. Give me my big stick, I'm gonna beat you with it. I tell you what, I'm kind of excited about this one. It seems to be a different approach to the Souls genre. You know, if you can transform into the characters you beat, and it's very mythical.
You have to remember at this point that like after Dark Souls, Souls and Soulsborne games have become a genre in themselves. So these now are known as Souls-like games, but they are definitely in their own field. You know?
Mm-hmm. But I think this has got a few unique ideas, so it's nice to see it. So I guess we're going to have to watch out for when we see some more trailers and do some more reactions. Thank you everyone for watching this Cyber Squad gaming video. Hopefully you're as excited about this as we are, and we can't wait to play this and give you more information as it becomes available. So thank you very much, and go check out the website on the screen.